dare they fly an aircraft into the World Trade Towers?
It's a pretty hard deal being an 18, 19-year-old kid. The only time he's ever left home was to go to basic training, and now he's in Afghanistan.
I have to take him to Oregon. We can do it one of two ways. One way, he just accompanies us. The other way, we will have to take him.
I'm about to run out here and hot refuel the Apache helicopter right now.
Saddam Hussein, who was a criminal and a thug, was using these vessels to make money in direct violation of the UN sanctions.
Get her ready to drop some hot iron, is what we like to say. JP5, Ripper Bobcats off the bow, bringing it every day.
My name is Captain Chris Serino. I'm the commander of Bravo Company, 1505 Parachute Infantry Regiment, the 82nd Airborne. We're getting ready to deploy to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. I've been in the Army a few days, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know how I approach leading soldiers. No one in the company is above the law. Even I have to toe the line. I have the same equipment as the soldiers. I carry the same things on them as the road march. I go the same distance. I don't send them on a road march, I take them on a road march. I knew when I was a little kid I was going to be in the Army. There's a little G.I. Joe that I had when I was 6 years old, and it says Captain Chris Serino on it, and I wrote it on there, and I still have it. Fort Wakachaka. It'll take more than a half an hour, and then you guys head back the most expeditious route over. The company I command has about 140 soldiers in it right now. Got 140 sons, husbands, brothers that are going to go over there with me, and I'm going to bring all of them home.
I can't say that anybody's looking forward to combat. You know, it was hard to watch them today with their wives and their girlfriends and saying their hard goodbyes, but you know, now we're down here, we're together, we're tight. I'm looking forward to getting over there and getting started on our operations and getting our feet on the ground.
When we found out that we were actually going, there was a lot of excitement. We had to close out our rooms, make sure inventory, make sure everybody didn't leave nothing behind. But at the same time, there was a lot of, you know, this is for real. This isn't a training exercise. Get your weapons out, and now we're sitting here, waiting eagerly for the birds to come in to go over there and relieve 101st.
82nd Airborne Division will not stand to have any terrorist group, irrespective of nationality, ethnicity, religion, it doesn't matter. No one's going to come and endanger the lives of Americans on this soil. And for some reason, it's not clear in your minds why you are going to Afghanistan to join this war against terrorism. You ask yourself these questions. How dare they fly an aircraft into the World Trade Towers? How dare they fly an aircraft into the Pentagon? How dare they come across here and endanger the lives of Americans? Remember, the American people expects you to be at the point of the spear so that no one ever again even considers coming to our country or endangering the lives of Americans anywhere in the face of the earth. We'll see you guys over in Afghanistan.
plane doors let down, I was like, yeah, here we go. It's an honor to carry that flag, because that flag represents Bravo Company.
All right, guys, take care. Be safe.
It's almost unbelievable that you're here in Afghanistan. I can tell some of the soldiers are nervous. You can tell, right, as soon as we stepped off the plane. I mean, these guys have pretty much signed on for something that they realize is bigger than themselves. And they're going willingly and knowingly into harm's way. These guys are going to have some hard times ahead.
Coxon! Begley! Hellbird!
We just have to be prepared for anything. Whatever the situation is, we have to be ready for it. So if it's hot when we get there.
Field, drink.
Pour, Sergeant.
Come on over.
Pour.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Pour. 18-4, baby. Christmas time is here. Woo! It's anti-taking weapon. Well, bunker buster. After September 11th, I couldn't think of any other place I'd rather be than right here, doing my job, knowing that I'm doing my part to help keep America free. I have a lot of people back home that I care about, so.
It's a pretty hard deal being an 18, 19-year-old kid who just probably the only time he's ever left home was to go to basic training and then showed up at Fort Bragg. Now he's in Afghanistan. And the added anxiety of, hey, there's somebody out there that wants to kill me. And there are. There are bad guys all around here. The safety of those guys, it does weigh heavy on me. I don't want to have to call anybody's mother or write them a letter said, you know, their son's been killed over here. They're over here to do a job, and I expect to go home with all 144 soldiers that I brought over here.
This place doesn't seem too bad somehow.
The living conditions for the soldiers are terrible. And we're gonna have to fix that first, right off the bat. The temperatures are probably 108, 109 degrees during the day. Stagnant pools of water. It's real bad mosquitoes around here, you know, the malaria threat. Our job is to work in conjunction with the Special Forces guys. They've seized hundreds of tons of munitions over and weapons. You can see them. But my job here is to secure the safe house so that they can go and do their job.
In Coast, you can't really plan day to day. Every day we're doing something here. When we're in the defense, we're out building stuff.
The priorities of work are this. We'll clear the area, build up and make the fighting position there. And you know that line of trees that goes back in the creek behind it? We're gonna burn them down.
When we're on the offense, we're going out there conducting missions. Every day we're going out once or twice with the Special Operations guys. Special Operations Forces and the 82nd, we go hand in hand. We're going out catching bad guys, capturing weapons, and doing what we signed up to do. So I'm having a good time doing that.
I got to enforce the standards with the soldiers.
Yeah, do that.
And the soldiers see some of the Special Forces guys, they have a different job, so they're able to wear a different uniform. My soldiers are here to provide security for them.
It is seductive the way that the SF guys operate, but the way the 82nd operates is different. We still have to shave. We still got to keep the hair, you know, at a pretty short level. And we do have to have some kind of a uniform at all times.
For the Special Forces guys, they can wear civilian clothes because they're going out and operating in the local community. They got to meet with the local warlord. They have to meet with the local governor. I'm sure it's the temptation of every young soldier to, yeah, I want to go out and go on the missions with the Rambo guys.
I'm Master Sergeant Mark, 3rd Special Forces Group. Our primary mission of the team is find and kill Al-Qaeda. Now we're starting to get into more of the guerrilla warfare phase of things. You know, the Al-Qaeda is still out there. The head Taliban, we're still looking for them. Now it's the hit and run tactics. The houses are getting hit at night, rocket attacks. We've had a couple ambushes.
At checkpoint 3.
My grandfather fought in World War II in the Merchant Marine and in the Navy. He was in Pearl Harbor. His ship was sunk. My father fought 3 tours in Vietnam as a cast pilot. I'm married. I have 3 children, and everything I hear from my family is we're very proud of you, and we understand why you have to be gone. And that helps when your 6-year-old tells you that. He doesn't tell you, I want you home crying.
Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, take it easy, man. You know, I came over to the United States from Australia about 10 years ago. And I have 4 daughters and a wife, born and raised in the United States. And I believe that if my children and my family are in the United States, and that's what I should be fighting for. You know, this is what it's all about, this flag right on my shoulder here, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
We're going up there. This guy's a former Al-Qaeda Taliban member. He's hiding at his house, and he thinks he's been overlooked. So we're going to go there with a small force and try and take him quietly and discreetly. But if he decides he doesn't want to go, well, we'll use other means to bring him home.
That was a big-time coordinator for Al-Qaeda and Taliban in this area. He was like the committee chairman whenever they would get together for planning. We'll get some good information out of him to lead us to the bigger fish. I always prefer to just pick these guys up and convince them to come along with us. Once you kill somebody, then you have a blood feud going, and then it's an eye for an eye, and they feel they're justified in shooting at you or trying to kill you.
Mark is a gifted orator. He has the ability to talk these people into and out of almost anything and everything.
I bet I got fast results that one day with my gun, though.
Yes, you did.
A couple of rounds at the feet, stopped and dead.
There's too much traffic here.
It's a dangerous spot.
Yeah, it is.
Forces can take advantage of us.
The thing is, you still need to be out and seeing, and that we're not afraid to go to town. And you know, come on, guys, let's get through here now. One thing I don't like is being
I've been blocked in.
One hand grenade, our goose is cooked.
We're going to go.
Come on, let's push them. Here, yeah, let's go.
Hey, we need these vehicles out of here. We need to go.
Go! Thank you. Thank you. Maniacs. All right, we can get by.
Yeah. Okay. Stay alert, stay alive. The scariest part about all this is mines. A guy with a gun doesn't scare me. Several guys with guns don't scare me. But a mine is just a silent bomb waiting for you to step on it, and it can be anywhere.
All right, here, the guy come out back is now standing.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy right there.
He speaks English, too.
I have our stuff.
All right. The AMF are a very, very important part of this whole operation we're doing. We've trained them, we've worked with them for the last 3 months, and they respect us. We've built a lot of rapport with these guys, and they follow our orders every single time. These are the bad guys. These are the bad guys. Do you know where they are?
Our largest obstacle in finding the Al-Qaeda in this area is identifying them. Once we can identify them, we can pick them up. But to us, everybody pretty much looks the same.
You know him?
you could have a whole group of Al-Qaeda operatives walk right by you. Yeah. And they're wearing the same clothes, they're carrying rifles, but so does everyone else. You know, it's frustrating because you can't kill the guys that need to be killed.
The black truck with 6 people are staying here, the rest of us are leaving.
All right, let's get out of here.
Buzz here. Waited till we got up here. The one guy back there is pretty good.
Well, why does he keep looking back? You know,
I'll explain it to him, and between the two of you, figure out exactly what house it is. Yeah. Once you are sure you know, then you can show me. Yes. Okay, we're going to drive back down.
You got to be one of the best. He looks like the madman from Bora Bora with that hair and beard.
You and I will go to the house.
There's no more professional man around than Mark. You know, I've learned a lot from him.
We're just sitting here by ourselves, only 3 Americans. I mean, what a target we are. You know, that's why we're kind of pulling security here right now. Big money if you catch you a dead or alive American. So always be on the guard, always. A lot of areas here where they can be hiding.
He's missing one arm. They think it's a left arm. He was an officer in the Al-Qaeda in the planning cell. He would hold the committee meetings. He was like the head planner. We're going to go to his house now and see if we can convince him to come to Orgun and talk with our counterparts. This looks like it's going to go very well.
We've become very, very protective of Mark. I mean, he's our leader. He's got the experience.
Oh, yeah. Hello?
In the eyes of these guys, he's our warlord. So we're his bodyguards. He can't look around him. He can't really assess what's going on behind him, up on top of the rooftops. So it's important for Mike and myself to look around and evaluate everything that happens.
Ask them if there's any men home. I'd like to talk to them.
Yeah,
check it out. Leads back into the courtyard. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and just follow it through. There's nothing in this room. Uh-oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. Tell him that we are looking for Yaqub.
Yeah.
That we just want to talk to him.
Yeah.
We're not going to hurt him.
Yeah.
We just want to talk to him for a few minutes.
He says that I have not seen yesterday.
Since yesterday?
Yes, since yesterday, yeah.
He's lying. Tell him I know he's lying. Tell him that. If I have to, tell him this. Tell him this. I will bring 100 soldiers here.
I mean, you show weakness or at the wrong time, they're going to crush you. So you got to always be the guy in charge. You got to be the guy directing the way the argument's going. You can't let them take the initiative.
He says that I do not tell a lie, but I am telling.
He's telling a lie.
And I hear a little edge to Mark's voice. You're lying to me. And I know that when Mark starts to get to a point where the edge crawls into his voice, things are starting to come up a notch.
I'm standing outside the compound next to the vehicle. The informant's pointing and saying Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda to the guy that just walked in the compound, so I'm trying to get on the radio. I'm saying, Mark, you know, can you hear me? There's the guys coming in the compound now.
We would like to go to Organi.
Yeah.
And we will drive him there and bring him back.
Yeah, that's it.
Is he willing to go with us?
اوس برایسه کلمشان ترغه کماپشن ترغه ولا من درته خبري ورسره کولای شي په هر وخت کې کولای شي.
No, we need to take him there. Yeah. There's other men from Washington D.C. who wish to talk with him. Tell him I don't have a choice in this matter. I have to take him to Orgun. Now we can do it one of two ways. One way, he just accompanies us. He is a willing, cooperative person. The other way, we will have to take him. I don't want to do it the second way. I'd rather him come peacefully. And by his own accord, help us. We're going to take him for a short time. He should be back tonight.
That's it.
It's a short time. The Shura here knows me. They know who I am.
Yes, sir.
No harm will come to this man, I guarantee it.
Getting the subject to the vehicle was a major problem. Those 3 guys squatting right there, got a bit of an attitude. Just watch them out. I told Mike, hey, there's these 3 guys. Make sure you keep an eye on them. I've got the rear. There's 3 guys. The guys sitting back there. All right, kids are okay. There was no guns in sight, but there's walls all around us. There's buildings. There's rooftops, and it's pretty tense.
Well, here's what we'll do then.
I'll jump in the back with him if you want, or you want him covered.
Why don't we do that, and we'll go back up to the truck at the top of the hill.
Okay.
We'll get him out of here, expedite him out of here.
Okay, so me in the back with him?
Yep.
All right, this man here?
Yes, please.
Okay, friendly?
Yes.
Okay, you want to come with me? Okay, you want to sit down here? Look.
Have everybody back up a little bit, please. Back up. Back up.
Yeah,
Back up.
Want to say goodbye to me? Okay, yes, sir.
All right, we're going to ease on out.
Mike, let's go. The mother started beating on the son. You're the man of the family. These guys have just taken your father. Go and retrieve him. So we take off down the road. This young boy looked about 15 years old, started running up the road, following him. Tell him to go away, okay? Otherwise, there'll be this. Tell him to go away. It's pretty easy to pull the trigger and shoot the boy, but you know that's not what we're there for. A real tense for me in the back here. You know, they've got all kinds of people running down the streets, up on rooftops and stuff, and it's, you know, we're down basically ambush alley. Now we're out in the open. I feel more comfortable out in the open. You know, gets the old blood pumping. You good? You okay, man? All right. Here. What's here? Mark wants you.
Commander Ian.
Commander Ian.
Mark. Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
We'll come get this man. Okay? No one else. The mullah that we picked up in Trabza, he was actually Taliban. He worked with Al-Qaeda. Most of these guys, they were part of the organization. They know who is who, and that's what we're interested in. Names, dates, information. We don't want to alienate these people. We don't want to make the same mistakes the Russians made. They know now that we don't really necessarily want you, but we want your information. We want to know what you know. Once you help us out, hey, you're free to go.
Roger Tower, this is POL. That was 2 AH-64s and 4 CH-47s. We'll take them at all 4 points. All 4 are operational. You can send them at your discretion, over. My name's Peter Sarvis. I'm from New York. I work at the hot refueling point here. It's actually an FSSP. It's an Army 10-cent word for just a big gas station. We fill aircraft as they come in hot refuel, which means their engine's still running. We just got a call in from Tower. We have 2 Apache helicopters and 4 Chinook helicopters coming into our 4 points here. I'm about to run out here to point 1 and hot refuel the Apache helicopter right now.
Actually climbing under that thing, hooking up while you have the rotors whipping over your head. Most of the people we have here are short. I don't know if the military plans on that, but you have to actually duck your head going in there. Pretty much any aircraft that's here at Bagram, we're responsible for refueling. You know, any bird that comes in is extremely loud, and they're not hard to spot. It makes a prime target.
So they got to come in, touch down for about 5 minutes, and get back out. And that's where our job comes into play. judge by the way they came in and got out real fast. They're probably going out to support some troops. Whew. All right, that was a good one.
Interestingly enough, and as crazy as it sounds, I kind of asked to come here. When I was 17 years old out of high school, didn't really want to go straight into college, so I figured I'd try something a little different. Got with an Army recruiter, and I ended up joining the Army Reserves for 6 years. 1999, I ended my time of service in the Reserves. I fulfilled my obligation. Got an accounting degree, something I had wanted to do ever since I was a kid, being an accountant. How's that working out for me? But now, in all seriousness, I got a job as a broker, working for American Express. Got in New York. I had met my wife. September 8th of last year, we got married.
For the first time together in public as husband and wife, Peter and Regina Sarvis!
I had known her since actually my last year in high school. My wife is a beautiful person. You know, I had some emotional ties to actually people that worked in the World Trade Center. Probably a day or two after what happened September 11th. Sat down and I talked to my wife and I said, you know, listen, I feel like I need to go back in the military. She's like, if it's something you feel you need to do, we'll make it happen. Obviously an emotional decision. I didn't really think too much on it. Just 1 second I'm in an office, air conditioned, in a suit and tie, and now I'm out here in extreme heat, sweating, wearing camouflage clothing. But, you know, I wouldn't give it up. You know, I don't regret my decision. This is where I want to be right now. This is where I feel I need to be.
All right, you guys know that me and Burgos are gonna be leaving. It was supposed to be today. Probably gonna be tomorrow. We're packing up. We're leaving for Organi. It's supposed to be sometime early tomorrow morning.
It's a little more dangerous where I'm going than it is here.
How many bars of soap you bringing?
I don't know. What's the going rate for soap in Organi?
All the letters my wife sent me.
Quite a few from the wife.
She's pretty good like that.
Morale line, can I help you?
Yes, hi. I'd like to make a morale call from Afghanistan.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
What you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
I'm about to go take a shower and jump into bed and finish watching the Yankee game.
How's everything going back there?
I'm okay.
Yeah, you don't sound okay.
I just wanted to talk to you so bad all week. Like, I've been waiting up until, like, midnight, you know?
Right. Things have been a little crazy. I sent you a letter yesterday.
Okay.
But I gotta go to a different place for a little while.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know that.
Does that mean I'm not gonna get to talk to you again soon?
No, you know what it is? Yeah, in the letter that I sent, it gives a little more like details, like where I'm going and stuff. So.
How long are you gonna be there?
Can't tell you.
Okay. Do you miss me?
Of course I do. How about you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's about half over. Don't worry about where I'm going. Be fine. We got some good Special Forces guys around us, so.
I just want to be with you.
I know, sweetheart. Me too. It'll be over soon, though.
I know.
All right. So. All right. I'll call you on Sunday. All right, I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
Get to that, hey, listen, you know, there's people in line, I gotta go. You know, and then she starts crying. You know, so those are probably, I would say for 2 minutes every 10 days when I talk to her on the phone, those 2 minutes are the hardest 2 minutes I have here. Yep. But if I go back and I look at pictures of people that I knew in the World Trade Center, then I kind of get focused again on why I'm here.
Profiles from the Frontline will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Trained to execute a number of missions in the war against terrorism. Right now, Saddam Hussein, who is a criminal and a thug, is using these vessels to make money in direct violation of the UN sanctions.
My warriors have to go aboard each and every one of those ships to see if any oil is being smuggled out or any foodstuffs or contraband products are being smuggled in.
Every bit of this intercept operation is focused on stopping money. We send surveillance aircraft up here with an airborne reconnaissance photograph. I can take that picture, pull down a video capture, put it on a large screen, which can then be assessed by my intelligence analyst. He can tell me whether it's a suspect vessel.
This is the one thing we're looking for from the intel we got. Right down the latitude, longitude, which will pass up to the bridge so we can query these guys.
Yes, sir. Tell them to make their approach. Boats, you pass the word Lieutenant Commander Kirk 1100. My name is Lieutenant J.G. Navarro. I coordinate what boarding teams go to which ships in the morning. Make your approach, starboard side, ACOM ladder, load red team. Being out on a warship in the middle of the North Arabian Gulf was something I never dreamed I would do, but I'm doing it now.
Before we head out, everybody got all their ammo? Weapons check. Make sure weapons safe. Safety's on.
My name is Matthew Clem. I'm from Michigan. Been in the Navy for 11 years. I think the reason we're out here is very good. I think we're doing good jobs. I think we're doing good things. It's hard to say what makes me do it. The first answer is so my children won't have to. There's got to come a time when you're not going to need us like the world needs us now. The reason we board them is because of the UN sanctions that have been imposed on Iraq. The areas they go into and come out of are Iraqi areas.
Predator 1, Predator. I have a good head count. You have permission to go alongside and board.
Okay, listen up, everyone. If you're moving around, be with someone that has a radio. Make sure you're locked and loaded. This is an initial survey on this ship, so be kind of curious if you see anything out of place.
Ladder is less than desirable. We got footsteps on there that look like they're gonna fall off. It's made out of old rope. This is the worst one so far. Move forward. Need to move forward more. Move forward. What we're doing is standing by for the crew, keeping a good count on them, making sure they're not going to mess with our guys when they're doing their checks.
They actually brought their own chickens as well. And as they need them, they cook them up, fill them, cook them up.
They've taken the outside ladders to the pilot house so that the boarding teams, when they initially come on, they can't get up there. All sorts of plating around the windows is to keep our guys out so they can get them back into Iraqi or Iranian territorial waters. Interesting game they play. These guys are hardcore smugglers.
7181, moving forward.
Coming through. After walking on one ship, you feel like you have to take a shower. Whether you touched anything or not, you just feel dirty. We went on one ship and they had TB on it. We still had to go on them, we still had to assess them. This is not a glory hound job, what we're doing. I would not live on this boat if you paid me to do it. This is disgusting. This is, I don't understand why anyone would want to be a smuggler. This is not the life I would want to lead.
Brad.
I think it is.
That is what you think it is.
Nice. Don't bite your crack. I don't feel funny about going through anybody's personal stuff because they wiped out how many thousands of people's personal stuff at the World Trade Center. I have no compunction about this whatsoever. If this stops it from happening again, so be it. Well, it's a whole address book. He could have contacts in that address book. One of them could be one of the Al-Qaeda and Taliban, and that's going to lead us to maybe this shipping company being part of a bigger picture. We found on one vessel we boarded, it was on the back of a chart that they had some more writings, ship's diagrams, size of the tanks, where their smuggling tanks were. Everything was documented on the back of a chart. Yeah, we'll take this one.
Okay, but let's just get the name off the navigation chart.
Catching a nice chart like that, I mean, with documentation, with handwritten notes on it, it's really good for us. We can put it into a lot of practical use with intel. Maybe see where they're sitting at, where the good anchorages are, or some of them may even have times and the best time to depart, and we can be ready for that also.
All right, gentlemen, let's take this up to the master and just tell him that we're confiscating it.
The job that we're doing here, I think, is really important. It may seem small when compared to the pilots when they're dropping 1,000-pound bombs, but this gives us some of the intel to know where to drop them to.
We're done with this ship for the day, so we're gonna come back in 2 more days and redo it all.
It is a horrific environment. It is a dangerous environment. It is a hostile environment. And yet there's something about the sight of 564 feet of American fighting steel lurching over the horizon at 30 knots to give pause to even the most determined potential adversary.
Somebody brought some terror over to our country, and they better be ready for some payback. And it's going to continue until we end it. When we say it's over, that's when it's going to be over. Till then, you better stay on the run, son, because we're coming to get you. Ready?
Yeah, they are. My job as the flight deck coordinator is to get the jets ready for battle. We have Americans on the ground that are engaged in enemy fire, and when they call for us to take them out, that's what we're going to do.
So we got to change the pump, low power, make sure it's good to go. Then we're going to shoot it at 1,500. We will have a 5-bird go at that time. The day goes by quick. I love what we do. It's high pace, fun-filled, and action-packed. I love it.
Pilots and the aircrew, they put their lives on the line for us. When pilots come up to the jet has got to be ready. They strap that Bad Johnson on to go deliver some ordnance somewhere. It's got to be right.
Let's wrap it up. I got to start it. Let's go. Got it. I ain't believing that. Are you kidding me? We ran into a little snag on the port engine, had a little leak we had to take care of, but we're going to make it. No worries. Button this thing up, man, and get killed. Tomcats. I tell you, they're a workhorse. They are a workhorse. They started hanging bombs with these Bad Johnsons. It's taking its toll on them. Indeed. Get her ready to take it and drop some hot iron is what we like to say. Indeed. 3 hot to the Cat Steve, JP5, Ripper Bobcats off the bow. Bringing it every day. up here that, that goes on the flight deck, and that makes the time go by faster. I get home a little faster. I can see my granddaughter, who I miss very much, a little stinky. Comes together. All right. I love it up here. This is my house.